Hi, Alana Russo here, doing book summary 2 and 3, readings from Florida. So I will start with the understanding of norms and the making small changes. As I said last time, you start to recognize your own habits after you were reading this book. I used the example of my coffee habits last time. So slowly I was trying to make small changes, going there less, trying to drink coffee before I go to work at home, and trying to adjust those small habits that I've gotten into. So when you're changing these habits, you got to do it progressively. You start small and slowly becomes the new norm after being done for a while. So I started by a couple times a week drinking a cup of coffee at home first and then going to work, not stopping at Starbucks every day before work. And slowly you progress more and more. So you start at one day and then you move to two and so on and so forth. I only work 2 days a week usually, so I kind of just started only going 1 day a week and then trying to cut it down to none. It's proved a lot harder than I thought it would be, but I'm doing okay with the one for now. So by doing this, you're starting to make things more familiar to yourself as to these habits are. Adjusting the habits slowly but surely, you're going to start to make them more familiar to yourself, and this will slowly and steadily become the new norm. So a couple of key habits I was thinking about. One big habit I have, and I actually figured this out while I was here in Florida. I'm visiting my parents. My car is at home a push start. So when I came down here, I was driving my parents' car, and they have a turnkey start. So I get in the car, put on my seatbelt, hit the brake, and try to push start. I have gotten so much into this habit of this push start car that turning a key anymore has become extremely difficult, apparently. So you get in these habits of different things. I've also gotten the habit of when I get home from somewhere, I turn around and I back in. I've caught myself doing that a couple times while I'm here. But the biggest thing is, you get in the car, you buckle your seatbelt, you get in these habits, and it's a good habit, buckle your seatbelt. Great habit. Get in the car, buckle your seatbelt, push start, drive off. So you kind of catch these little habits as you're reading this book about what you do personally. Creating these habits and the habit formation that is, started. So another keystone habit, I live with my best friend and her daughter, and all my family's either up in Chicago where I'm from or down here in Florida where my parents have moved to. And so Ashley, my best friend Ashley and her daughter have become like my family up there. So we've gotten in the habit of getting her daughter with us once a week, and we get in these habits of having family movie night. We'll order out food, we'll find a movie from like Redbox or else on demand, and we'll sit down and watch a movie once a week. Kind of is as much as our work schedules will allow. We tend to work a little opposite. We're both charge nurses over at Centerpoint, so I work the weekends and then she usually works her 3 days. But we usually at least have one day that we're all off that we can do something along these lines. Another thing that comes to are your habits at work. As a nurse in the ER that I have been for 6 years, you get in these habits, especially, for example, somebody comes in with chest pain. We get these chest pain patients, we automatically get the EKG up front, and then they come back, you immediately start your IV, you draw your labs, somebody else is maybe charting, you get them hooked up to the monitor, you just do all your tasking and get everything done before you really, truly assess your patient, I hate to say. Because, we've got in these habits as RNs in the ER that you just automatically get everything done. Get the EKG, you get the blood, you get the IV, just get things done, and then you can ask all your questions and assess your patient. Because pretty much anytime, somebody comes in with chest pain, they're pretty much getting a full workup anyway. So we get in these habits as nurses of what we're doing with our patients. Other than that, like I said, this book was really interesting to me because it really made me sit and think about all the stuff I do. The getting in the car, the seatbelt, the how I get ready for work, anything along, but even how I do things at work, you know. Once I become an NP, you kind of get curious as to how these habits are all going to be adjusted and changed. So, something to think about. I found it interesting.